It's all fun and games until somebody brings out the dupe. My name is Aussie Marcel, the most luscious locks on YouTube, and in today's video we're going to be looking at dupe homme fragrance for men. Now, chances are, and I do love using that phrase, chances are if you're into men's perfumery and men's fragrances, you will have smelt dupe homme before. Yope, it doesn't really matter, you know what I'm talking about. This fragrance is the most potent fragrance I can think of. On my skin, this gets me over 48 hours of longevity, and that's even after a few showers as well. This is one of those fragrances that just lasts and lasts and lasts. A lot of the dupe homme fragrances last, but not like this one. This one is the gift that keeps on giving, and to you it may not be a gift at all, it might be more akin to a nightmare. It's the pink stuff, it's got an iconic look to it, and it's from the 1980s. There's just something so nostalgic about this one for me. So this was sort of released, similar sort of time period as Cool Water, Dracar Noir as well, but I've got a bottle of that, but just not in this room with me. And it's one of those fragrances that immediately makes me think of the 1980s. This was supposed to be one of those incredible, amazing going out clubbing fragrances, and I can't say I've ever worn dupe homme to a club before, but I imagine it would be quite the attention puller because, love it or hate it, it's got an instantly recognizable DNA. It smells cloyingly sweet, like it's the sweetest fragrance you can possibly imagine. But it also smells very synthetic. You get a bit of spice from cinnamon as well. Now, some people don't pick up on that cinnamon note, and you may be one of those people. But to my nose, I do get the cinnamon, but it's just a much sweeter cinnamon. It's like a strong cooking cinnamon rather than a sweet cinnamon that you'd sprinkle on a latte or something like that. You also get a touch of vanilla as well, and there are some other fruity notes that really just give this some potency. Now on my skin, the most potent fragrances I can think of generally have amber in them. I don't think dupe homme has amber as a listed note, but regardless, the performance is absolutely monstrous. This is one of those fragrances that you can put on and rest assured you'll be smelling it weeks later. I've got some dress shirts that I wore to work one day, and I can still smell this on it after they've been washed years later. This is an absolute beast. And I'll show you the batch information as well. I don't think the number's on there. Here we go. 9113. Now, you'll have to let me know what this fragrance, how this fragrance works on your skin, because maybe it won't last quite as long on you as it does on me. But if I'm thinking of an absolutely beastly fragrance, my immediate first thoughts just go to dupe homme. My cousin and I refer to it as the beast because it's unkillable. It's a beast. Now, it's an interesting one, and you might hate it, you might love it, it might be nostalgic and it might not. Either way, I just wanted to talk a little bit about one of those, I wouldn't exactly call it a hidden gem because a lot of people know about this one, but it's just such an iconic men's fragrance, and I just love talking about these sorts of fragrances because I'd honestly say it's probably the best fragrance performance per dollar that you're going to pay for. This is about $30, one of these big 125 ml bottles. You pay about $30 for it and it lasts for an eternity. I can't think of a better value fragrance than the classic dupe homme. I'm sure there are a lot of fragrances out there that have similar performance, but I imagine they cost a lot more. That's why, to my nose, this is probably the best value fragrance purely for the sake of performance. Anyways, are you a fan of this one? If you are, let me know in the comments below. And until the next video, my name is Aussie Marcel, the most luscious locks on YouTube. And I'll catch you guys around.